Oh my god, what happened? I got a haircut, guys. It's hot, and I want to buzz it all off. But instead, I just had to go with spiky. Makes me look so young. But hey, looking younger is a good thing, right? So, vlog. Let's get to the vlog. This vlog is going to be a few days late. The reason why it's a few days late, quite simply, because of all the trouble that my store, what used to be my store, me and my brother's store, went through with my brother going to the hospital because he got hit by a wall. A car hit the side of a wall, took down the wall. My brother was standing right there. This was our store. They basically ran their car in through. Both my cash registers are just demolished. My lotto machine's demolished. My front counter's demolished. My stand is demolished. My whole chip rack is demolished. All my candy, my gum, my everything. And the car actually took out a load-bearing frame. So the city came and actually closed it off anyways. So that's what happened. And while there was a gigantic freaking hole, I was actually there with an AR-15 and I think it was my Glock. Right, and my Glock, obviously, it's my go-to. And I was basically spending like literally 3-4 days with no sleep, guarding that hole. So that is what happened. Why I kind of backed up. My brother is actually doing a lot better, although he is still complaining about back pain. So I want him to go back to the hospital. Definitely want him to go back. He went to the ER, got discharged with a pretty much clean bill of health, except for all the muscle. He tore up like a lot of his muscles. And so I'm surprised nothing broke. If it was me, I would have broke like 3-4 of my bones. But surprisingly, so they're still watching him. But he's gonna go back to the hospital. He has to get that back checked up. I know firsthand because I broke my back in a motorcycle accident. So that you got to be very careful with that. I want to go back, and that's kind of the reason why I couldn't upload much video, or I didn't have enough energy to kind of win the 2 videos that I did upload, which was the Trident and the top cap, and the 3 videos and one of these Smart Green Living. This is compliments to my brother Roy. He will be giving this away to you guys, hopefully so that some of you guys can get the benefits of e-cigarettes. And this is pricey, it's not cheap. On their website it's $22.50. My brother sells it for $19.99 plus tax, which comes out to be about $22 anyways. So that is going to be in a future giveaway sometime. Watch the review for that. It's actually very useful. You could actually use CE4 atomizers with that, or you could use the cartomizers on your own atomizer and your own mods and all of that. So let's get on to this vlog. So that's kind of my update up until now. It's Monday. It's been about a week and a half. Everything's settling down, so I'm starting to actually come back to my normal schedule. You guys are probably gonna see this before this video is uploaded, anyways. So this is that my setup right now is changed just a very little bit. I'm still using the iGo W, still using Nemesis, although that's about to change a little bit. And the only real big change was the clear top cap. Well, it was the fogged up top cap that I cleaned up myself. If you want to know how to clear this out, you have the foggy ones. You have the foggy ones like the way it comes with. It's foggy, and you want to make it look like this. Watch the video. Watch the video, clean it right up, make it look oh so interesting. So, I went to Commerce yesterday. Commerce is a casino. Doesn't have any slot machines, but just for poker. And I had the most worst beat ever. Okay, flop was 669. I had connector cards for a straight. The turn gave me a straight, and this guy there, he went $10, and I said, you know what, screw it, all in, right? All in. What's $60, right? All in. He called me. Although I did hint that I had a straight, he still called me. He had pocket queens. He had a pair of queens in his hand, and lo and behold, the river was a queen, and it was pretty bad. Not because I lost by the river, although I hate losing by the river, but it's a part of the game. It's the nature of the game. But the way this guy reacted, he reacted like he was a professional player, kind of cocky. Well, hey asshole, you're not a professional. You got hella lucky, and any day of the week I'll take that back if you want to act so cocky. But whatever, give him my $100, and I was done with that. But so I was a little bit not angry, but disappointed. I don't mind losing the money. It's a game. I'm there to go have fun. But when I lose it to somebody that's cocky, you could say, hey dude, that was a nice hand, my bad, like I caught at the river. No, but seriously, I got lucky. And I'll be like, oh yeah, it's a part of the game, man. That was a good call, and I'd walk out happy. But this idiot was like all hella cocky. Yeah, I'm the best, look at me. And he's a chaser. So he chased it till the end, he got it, he finally got it, whatever. He'll lose it all. He'll end up giving to the other players on the table. And that's kind of what I don't like, If I lose, I expect the person to win. To like, yeah, I won. Let's be happy with this and not give it away, really. But so, anyways, I walked out, and on my way out, of course, I wasn't happy. I mean, I wasn't angry, but I wasn't happy. I was like, whatever, it's just, we'll call it a day. And I was walking out, sipping on my Diet Pepsi, and I ran into an old buddy of mine. Old buddy, so we're looking at like 22 years ago. I've known this guy for 24 years. Not known him for that long, but I've known him 24 years ago, maybe 22 years ago, 22 to 24 years ago. Gosh, it's been so long. His name is David. And I ran into him. He's like, hey, are you Andy? And I was like, yeah, I'm Andy. Oh, yeah, I remember you. And I knew his sister, right? That's how I knew him and all that. And I was like, dude, oh yeah. He's like, yeah, I opened up a new vape shop. I was like, no way. Hold up, wait a minute. I gotta give you a shout out, my friend. If you have your own vape shop, there you go. So, Mr. David, or Mr. Co, whatever you want to be called, his vape shop is Vape Story. And in back, his kind of motto is, come by and start your own vape story. Not bad, man. Okay. It's in San Pedro. So in between San Pedro and Long Beach. So if you're in the area, please, his address is 816 South Pacific Avenue, San Pedro, California. 80, is that 8 or 9? 80731 or 90731. I'm not sure which one, but again, you don't need the zip code exactly. But he is actually doing pretty well. He's gonna send me 2 of the new springs for the Nemesis. Supposedly it's like the really awesome spring. It's I mean, I have magnets in here, but people are swapping their magnets after that spring. So it's got to be good, right? I forgot what it was called. I'll make a video on it, but he's actually gonna send me out free of charge. Thank you so much, thank you so much. And he will actually be carrying SOS e-liquid, Omega Fruit, and Delta Fruit. So you could go to Vape Story if you want to pick up some Omega Fruit by SOS e-liquids. Save your souls, man, save your souls. So that's a little shout out there. So, I mean, I ran into him. That really cheered me up. So that $100 loss turned into a $1 trillion win that day. So I try to take all the good parts of the day, and then kind of the parts where I don't feel so good apart, I just kind of brush it off the best I can. But yesterday, meeting him definitely made me very, very happy, especially because, man, it reminds me of the past. And I may look young to you guys, but dude, I'm married, dude. My numbers, I'm in my 30s, so it's not. Don't let the Asian face fool you. Don't let the Asian face fool you. I'm I'm not old, but I'm not young. Definitely not a teenager or even close to after my teens. So um, that made me very happy. Made me think of the past. And my friend also got his first son a couple months ago, and everything's changing around me and all that. So, whew. Okay. So that, with that being said, what I'm gonna cover in this vlog is what tools do I use to build coils, to build setups, da 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 da. And the reason why I'm gonna go cover this in the vlog is because actually I've been getting a couple questions, but more than that, it's just I think it's very important on what tools you use, because I've had pretty screwy tools, like tools that, okay, I can mention it right now, but I had them, which is this cutter right here. This one's by Craftsman. Okay, quality tools matter, guys. Obviously, you're gonna pay more for higher quality tools, but it matters. Okay? It's not like mock clones, you know, where it can perform exactly like the original. It's not like that. The quality of tools is totally different, and that's actually worth the money. I actually had a Radio Shack cutter that didn't work with crap, and I screwed up so many coils with those cutters because it just didn't cut. So I had to like put two hands, force it down, and pop it off, and it just so that tool is just, I don't know where it is. I probably just threw it somewhere. But the tools that I use, let's go with first of all, screwdrivers. What screwdrivers do I use? Okay, primarily I have a Craftsman toolbox here. It is that 4-drawer toolbox with the top opening thing. Again, Jason got that for me. Thank you very much, Jason. You have definitely helped me a lot in my vaping needs as far as tools go. At the same time, I got you back with all the coils and all the wicks, you know. So I built all his coils, all his wicks. So as a little thank you, he bought me a toolbox. Screwdrivers, what do I use? Let's go with the biggies here. The big Phillips, always have to have one. Okay. The big flathead, again. These two are pivotal in pretty much any build, of course, that has flatheads or screws. Although the big Phillips I use less. The medium-sized flathead I use a lot more to control the bottom pins or to pull off, you know, bottom screw switches. So that's two. And then I have the smaller flathead, and again, this is just used for like again, basic vape shit. Alright, and then I have this screwdriver set. Now this is probably used the frickin' most, okay? Because I wrap my coils with these. This little jewelry set thing, I'm not sure how much it'll run you. I've had it for like, I don't know, 12, 15 years. This is the shit. Okay, I wrap all my coils on this. I go from nano coil to in between nano coil to, well, I guess this would be like a super nano coil, and then this would be like a in between super nano and nano coil. And starting from this third one here, I can start putting the wick inside the hole, and this I consider just a nano coil. And then we've got our micro coil in the middle, and then we got our in between micro and macro, and then we got our macro at the end. I never build a macro coil anyway, so I don't know if it matters, but yes, this is by far the most useful little tool set. I also have this IGO W tool that it came with, and that actually performs flawlessly, and I have some of the Allen wrenches in there that some of the rebuildables came with, along with the screwdrivers. I have this Allen wrench set. Okay, very important, very important. A lot of the atomizers these days use Allen wrench, and so it's always good to have an Allen wrench set. I actually have a lot more tools. I'm just showing you the ones that I use quite often. As far as Allen wrench set goes, I have again 2 more. This one's metric and the other one's the American Standard. And again, with these screwdrivers and Allen wrenches, again I have another one. This one's made by Husky, I believe, or HDX. I don't know. It works well. All my tools, I don't skimp out on them. Ever since I was younger, all my tools, I actually invest in tools because a good tool is needed. When you try to do a project with crap tools, you know, you're going to get a crap product. So I always thought it was very important. So again, so you saw kind of my screwdriver driver things. Now for cutters. Obviously, cutters will go with the most standard. I have a scissor. I use the scissor quite a bit. And then goes the mini scissors. And somebody said this was like a nose hair cutter. I'm not sure, but my wife says it's like an eyebrow trimmer, eyelash trimmer as well. I got this for my wife in her makeup set. Okay, she doesn't use it, so she just gave it to me. She said use it, and this is actually incredibly useful. I cut my cotton with this. And I cut my 32 gauge candle with this as well. Very, very useful. This little scissor, so the big scissor, and then obviously you have the cutter. Okay, like I said, always own good cutters because I had cheap ass cutters that didn't freaking work. With this Craftsman cutter, man, I could get as close as I can with the post and pop. And once I pop it, I try to leave a little bit of room so I can bend it up so the coil doesn't slide back out if the screw gets loose. But with this, I could get it right up on there in the hole and pop it, and it'll just show flush. So again, a good set of cutters. So that's my scissors. You should notice everything's in sets of 3, kinda. Now with my pliers, of course I have the needleless plier. Alright, do I use this a lot? No, I don't use this a lot. It's just here. But I do use it from time to time. Way more than my other pliers. But what I use the most of is this. You see this bent pliers? Okay? I've used this so much. It's unbelievable. This is my main plier. This is what I use to make my nano coils, my micro coils. This is what I use to scrunch my coils together. And the greatest part about this is because it's bent like this, I could go ahead and really just get incredibly accurate and just scrunch the coil, heat, scrunch the coil, heat, scrunch the coil, micro coil. Friggin' badass little pliers here. Definitely worth it. Now, that's pretty much the bulk of everything you'll need. Now, if you're building Genesis-style atomizers, you're going to need a torch. Okay, because you need a torch in your stainless steel mesh. There's videos out there where you guys aren't torching in those meshes and it's shorting, you're getting hot legs, and you're just constantly pressing it until that mesh kind of burns in and it's slowly blowing out. It's not the right way to do it. It's the right way to do it is to torch in your stainless steel meshes so that it does not conduct electricity. So you do have kind of a charcoal over it. So for the longest time I've been using this torch, okay? And I use this torch to clear out my top caps. This is by far the most used torch, and here's kind of the awesome part about it. You know those lighters, those 99 cents or 50 cents or $2 for $1 lighters that most stores sell? Well, that's the power source. Oh, no wonder it wasn't fitting. The spring was still in there. That's the power source of your freaking torch. Okay, when you buy this, it does come with a refillable one of these, but mine leaked. So what you do is you just pop off the top, pop off the wheel, take off the flint and the spring, and just pop it in here. So that, now it works perfect. You just plop it in there, and you put this cap right over it, and now you have yourself a torch. Okay, this torch is so useful because the flame is perfectly there. It's hot enough to get those coils burning, but it's not so big where you can't aim it correctly. So that I always had that. I always use that. That's my favorite torch. I've had it for a really long time. This thing held up for almost 10 years now. I did get this at Home Depot back a long time ago to do some welding. And obviously I do have my Gigantor torch. This one I rarely use. Okay, I do use this one when I make twisted coils, okay? Because it could fire on its own. I can just set it. I do use this when I make twisted coils, but again, this has a separate application. I use this to do all my water pipes in my house. Okay, so I change everything to copper. When you have copper piping, you need a weld, and this is kind of the torch that I used to do that. Freaking awesome. The only thing is, although this is mine, it became the family's. I don't know how long ago. So basically, I need to put it in a more common area. supposedly. I guess I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this, but actually, this is mine. Okay, it's mine. But my dad wants it for his place, so he's gonna come by. He's probably gonna take this. I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna cry because when I don't have it, it's probably when I'm gonna need it. Like all the shit in my life, right? But my wife quite recently, bought me this. Oh, and it came in a nice, beautiful package, and I was like, "What is this sucker?" And this is I call it my medium torch. My medium torch, because it could do everything the small torch could do. Well, not really. The small torch is still pretty useful because it's really like you can really focus that heat in that one area. But this could do everything the big torch can. Okay, the big boys. And I was wondering what these little wings are for, and I was like, dude, those are wings. You know, is that a design? I was thinking maybe you could put a handle here and you can handle it and then you can hold it like that. I was thinking, but actually I read the instructions and what it's used for is it's used for you placing it on the floor like this. So now you could have it on, the flames going off, and you could adjust your flame whatever, and you could use the torch while it's on. I actually very much like these kind of torches because I could replace. The most important thing is with torches, I don't like the ones where you refill the internal tank. Those tanks fail, guys. They fail. That's why butane lighters, torch lighters, they don't last for shit, and no one ever uses it. If it worked well, everyone would have one. It's windproof. Why wouldn't you have one? But the reason why they don't is because it doesn't work worth shit. Kind of the reason why I don't like the internal refillables. This is perfect because this is a can that they sell in any store. I can just pop it off, pop it in. This torch, I'll go ahead and give you a demonstration. The only thing is it doesn't have a self-igniter, so you do need another flame source. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up just a little bit. Nope, I got to open it a little more. There we go, I can hear it now. Please catch. Okay, caught. Alright. So now see that it did catch. I do have a wind guard on here. You know what? I'm going to take out that wind guard. Okay, this is a wind guard here for when you're using it outdoors, but I never use it outdoors anyways. So there you go. That's how the torch looks normally. Let's go ahead and pop this sucker back on. You can hear it. Flame it. Okay, and then it's caught. Now, the thing about this is that it's freaking nuts. See that? And you can really get that's freaking nuts. But at the same time, what's nice is you could go ahead and tone it down right about there. And this is probably where I'll use it to do most of my things. So you see that blue frame in the middle? That is actually the hottest part of the flame. That's the flame part that I use. So really perfect because I could just lay it flat like this. And I wish you could see it, but lay it flat like this and use it this way. Or lay it flat like this and use it this way. Okay, know that when you do lay it flat like this, again, you get a lot more of that gas flow rather than if you just do it like such. So I'm going to go ahead and close that off now. Okay, because I don't need it anymore. So I got that torch as a gift from my wife. Anytime I get those kind of things, I'm just so happy. I'm so overjoyed. She got me pants too, but I'm like, pants. Clothes, But tools, the legendary K-Fon. I'm going to go ahead and fill that up. And then the most anticipated flavor, the Nerds, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the Nautilus. And I'll do a review on that. Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up for me. You guys saw the tools that I use, kind of all that mumble jumble. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. This is my vlog, a little late vlog. Hopefully, I'll make it more interesting next week. But because I was so busy this week, it kind of went off topic and all that. When you're watching vlogs, please, if you like my videos, then make sure it's a long video. So sit down with some kind of food or snack and a drink. It could be water like me. And enjoy me rambling. Thanks for watching.